Welcome to TechbrothersIT. In this video, we are going to learn how you can restore your ADF, Azure Data Factory, in case you have deleted by mistake. So first of all, in this requirement, what I would like to tell you, you should configure your ADF to have a repository code in Git or Azure DevOps. So that's very important because every time you are gonna make some changes, create the pipelines and everything, then you are gonna publish that, and that's where ARM template, the backup is created in the ADF underscore publish folder. If you don't have it, then you watch my other video how you can take manually backup and restore the Azure Data Factory. So in this case, what I have Azure Data Factory that I already have configured with the Git. So I'm going to show you this one. We will create a pipeline, and then we will delete this Azure Data Factory and then restore backup. So right here, if you will go to manage, and that's where you're going to see that Git configuration, and you can see I'm using my account ashazad-adf for my Git. My repository name is ADF, and main branch is our collaboration branch, and our publish branch is the ADF publish. So that's what happened once you create your pipelines and save in the main branch, and once you publish that to the live Azure Data Factory, and ARM template is created in the ADF publish folder that we can use to restore our data factory in case we deleted by mistake. So right now, if you go right here, I have only two pipelines. So PL wait and pipeline 2. These are one. And let's go to the GitHub and take a look. Here I have my ADF branch. So first of all, I have a main branch, and main branch has pipelines. So you can see that there are two pipelines. Okay, and then if I go back here in ADF, let me go to there are linked services. This one are the linked services. Okay, now what we have there in let's go to the ADF publish, and that's where you're gonna see the ARM template. So look at this one. So that's your data factory name, and once you open that, you're going to see ARM template for factory.json. That's one we can use to restore our data factory. It has all the information of our your pipelines and other components. So you see right there, Shahzad ADF Gate. All right. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a third pipeline, and then we will go ahead and delete our after publishing, we will delete our Azure Data Factory and then restore back from the ARM template. Okay, so we are right here. I'm going to create, I'm in main branch. And so in the Git, you see right there, so I'm in main branch. Okay, and my live branch has only two pipelines. So it has a PL wait and PL wait 2. So I'm going to go back to our main branch and create the new one. Okay, so let's create a new pipeline, and I'm gonna call this one PL load SQL table. Okay, so now what I need here, I need a copy activity. I'm gonna do copy activity, and here what we will do, we will go to the source, and then I'm gonna hit new, and I would like to connect to the blob storage. Okay, Azure blob storage, fine. Next, and CSV file is good, and I would have a linked services already set up. So I have Azure blob storage, so I'm going to click on that one, and then navigate to the file. So input folder has that file, and that's called EMP text. So I'm going to hit OK, and this looks good. Go to advanced, looks fine. Okay, now one more thing I would like to do here, I'm going to open that back again and say first row is a header, so that's good. So I have this as a header, and now let's go back to the sync, and I'm going to go create Azure SQL database. Okay, so I already have link services created for that one, Azure SQL database, and yeah, table name EMP, load to that one. So you guys can see right here. If you go to storage and all that, let me show you in the portal. Right there, I have that file sitting there that I'm loading. So I'm going to go to the storage too. That's where my linked service is pointing. Go to containers, and in the container I have input folder, and input folder has the emp.txt file. So this has only two records right there. All right, that's what the file is. And on the Azure side, I have a table. It's called EMP table. So if you select the data here, so I'm connected to my Azure SQL Server database, and here this table is there, but there is no records. So what I can do, I can go ahead to the Azure Data Factory now, and this is our copy activity. I can debug, and it is queued right now. And remember, it's in I'm all the changes I'm making in the main branch. They are not published yet to the live data factory. Okay, so it's queued. I'm waiting for it just to finish, and I'm gonna check the data. Just want to make sure we have everything working. Okay, so got succeeded. We can take a look. Two records are loaded, so we are fine. We wanna take a look from our table. Yes. Okay, so we have two records. All right, so now as you guys know that my this pipeline PL load SQL is in the main branch, I can hit save, and then once I save it, I can go ahead and publish. So once I publish it, it's gonna take this PL load SQL pipeline and put into the active or live mode of ADF. Right now it does not have that. You guys can see only two of them. Okay, so it will take this third pipeline, PL load SQL table, from our main branch from Git and publish to the data factory. So the publish button is right there. After the publish happen, it will create ARM JSON uh, uh, ARM template. So if you go to ADF, and it will create this ADF publish, and it's going to create this ARM template with the third pipeline, with all the existing pipelines already, but also it will add the third pipeline as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and publish. We are going to publish. Now it is asking me, hey, you have these data sets you created, you have this pipeline created, would you like to publish? Yes. Okay, now it's publishing. Okay, it's publishing everything. Now once it's published, now it's going to create that ARM template. So it's generating ARM template. So generating ARM template and saving into the Git. Okay, it's succeeded. Now you guys can see that there is nothing to be published. We can go to live mode, and live mode has three pipelines. So these are the three pipelines. I can go ahead and run this one, and it should load some data. So it should load two more records into this table. Okay, so we can wait for a couple of seconds, and it should be all done. It's queued right now. So okay, I'm taking my time for the entire process, so you can see how exactly everything is going to work out. Okay, so this is we were in data factory live mode, and the data factory name is Azure ADF Git, and we have three pipelines, and they are working, and one we are using to even load the data, so it loaded two more records. All right, so now in the after we publish from main to the data factory, remember that it updated our ARM template. So if I go back here, and if I go back here, you can see right there it has a recent push. So it 1 minute ago ADF publish has the latest updates. So we are going to go to the Azure Git repository right there. That's what it is, and we should see our third pipeline. So right there, that's our data set, and this is our data set. Storage account is there. So now if I will drill into it, it should say PL. These are the pipelines. Wait pipeline. Let me see. I'm just going through this one. Yeah, this is a pipeline, right? So it has added everything to the ARM template for factory.json file. So now if somebody comes and say, hey, you know what, I am going to go ahead and delete my data factory. So that's he goes to home, and he click on Azure ADF Git, and then what he does, he will go ahead, let's make a name copy, and he's going to say delete. Okay, so now yes, and delete. Okay, so now our Azure Data Factory is deleted. So you can call it a mistake, whatever you call it. So that has happened, right? So now you figure out after like a few hours, hey, there was a Azure Data Factory and that has gone. So it's just last reviewed. Let me see. Oh, somebody has deleted our Azure Data Factory. So now what we do? Now we have multiple things how we can restore that. Good thing what we did, we have GitHub set up for this Azure Data Factory, and in the repository we have that ARM template. So if you delete the Data Factory, it's not going to delete your main folder, it's not going to delete anything from there, you know, so you will be fine. So let's go back here. So if we go back here, and the ADF, that's our repository, 3 branches. So you can see all those 5 minutes ago, we have a main branch there. You know, it has all the data sets. It has, if you go back here, you have linked services, whatever we have created, it has all the pipelines, so 3 pipelines. So by deleting Azure Data Factory, did not delete our any information from the Git. So that's good thing, right? So and the ADF publish, that's the folder that has the ARM template for JSON. So ARM template for factory.json, that's the file that we can use to restore. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and create a new empty Azure Data Factory, and that I'm going to use the same name. So see right there, this is gone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here and try to create the new one, and then we will import our ARM template. So I'm going to go to Data Factory here, then I'm going to create, and in the create, it's going to ask me what is your resource group. I provide that. I'm going to provide the name, and then hit create. Now it's asking, hey, you want to configure Git? No, at this time I don't want to do anything. I'm going to go ahead and just create our Data Factory empty. It's all good. Now once our Data Factory is created, let me do one thing. That's go back here, and that's the file we need to use. It's in ADF publish. So if you go to the master or main or whatever the branch you have, then always there would be ADF publish folder, and that's where your folder is going to have ARM template for JSON factory and .json. So this is what you are going to have. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and control A. Sorry. Yeah, from here I'm going to copy the whole thing down. Okay, so I copied the entire thing from here, and now what I'm gonna do, our resource is ready, and we would like to restore our deleted data factory from the ARM template. So we already have copied this from the ADF publisher. We have copied this ARM template for factory.json, right? So we are gonna go back here. I'm gonna open this studio so we can work with. I'm gonna go to manage, and in the manager there is ARM template, and in the ARM template it says import ARM template. I'm gonna click import on Azure portal, yes, and then what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna, let's see what it shows, build your own template in editor. So that's where I click delete this thing and then paste it there. So you can see that I went directly to the GitHub and copy this one. You can always download this file, and then once you download this file, you can go to the, once you click import ARM template, you can always load file. In my case it was small, so I just copy pasted the whole contents. So I'm gonna hit save, and that's where the fun part starts. And now you're going to select the resource group, and it's going to ask you all those linked services you have, wherever you made the connection, it's going to ask you that. So that's very important. I will suggest you set up key vault and save your strings, passwords, whatever there. So what happens when you try to restore, it will automatically use these values from the key vault. And if you don't have a key vault set up the way we did, so you have to provide the value. So you think about, see, Azure blob storage 1 connection string. So what you have to do, you have to go to the, now we are going to go to storage, and we know that this is the storage we are using, and we are going to go to the access keys, show keys, and then we are going to say copy, and come back here and provide that. Next, what you are going to do, Azure SQL database connection string. So remember that we have a connection made to our SQL database. So we are going to go back here, and that's the TechbrothersIT SQL database. I'm going to click there, and then I'm going to go to the connection string and copy the ado.net. So I'm going to copy this whole thing here. As you guys can see that it need your password. So I have to provide the password. So I'm going to put in the notepad. And then there I will change or provide the password for here. I'm going to provide the password. Okay, after providing the password, I'm going to copy this string, go back to the connection here, paste. Now create and review. Okay, create. Okay, so this is how you will restore. We are almost there. So go to resource. Now it should be all done. And our Git repository. Let's see if we go back here. So you see that I still did not set up anything for this data factory. So I have created from scratch without Git, and I only restore by using the ARM template. So I have my pipelines there. Then let's open one pipeline. This is the copy activity, and if you guys remember that this loads this table. So I'm going to truncate the table. Just make sure there's no data, and then we try to run it and make sure our newly restored copy of ADF is working. So it's the pipelines in the queue. I can see there are 3 pipelines. That's what I had. If I go to the manage, there should be 2 linked services right there. So I have those ones. So it looks like it's working as expected. So we go to the pipeline runs, and here is my pipeline. It's completed. I'm going to go select the data, and this is all good. So steps to remember. What you're going to do, once you first of all, anything you have published to the data factory, and that's if the ARM template has been created for you in the GitHub, that's what you are going to use. If you have some, let's say you created 5 pipelines and you did not publish, and the ARM template does not have that information, then you will have to create those pipelines from scratch. So once you deploy everything from your main branch and ARM template is created, that's what your true copy of your data factory that you can restore. Now what you're going to do in case of deletion, you're going to create an empty data factory, and then you're gonna go to your GitHub, and in the GitHub you're gonna have ADF underscore publish folder, and in the ADF underscore publish folder you're gonna see your GitHub your data factory name. You're gonna see ARM template for factory.json. You're gonna open that or download, and then take that contents and go to your newly created Azure Data Factory, and you will go to the ARM template and import. And import, you have option as I did, like just paste it there, or you can load file. And remember that you have to provide the connection strings for all the linked services you have created or you are using in your Azure Data Factory. So if you have a lot of them, always save, or even it's actually preferred to save key vault, so you don't have to provide manually in case of a restore, or and other problems. So save your connection strings and other passcodes and everything in the key vault and use them. And so in case of restore, it will automatically map them. Once you are done with the restoring, so right here now we can go ahead and set up. So in this setup, what you can do, you can create a new repository, or you can use the same existing repository. In my case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same one. Okay, so you will hit repository name, and then you will provide the collab main ADF. Yes, import existing resources to repository. If you want to do that or you don't want to do that, it's your choice. So you can, because it's same for us for now. Okay, repo connected. All right, so now repo is connected, so you can create a new repo. Once you restore, it's your choice. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys liked my videos. Please go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys in next videos. Thank you.